Are certain relatives draining your energy after 60? Ever feel like some family members leave you feeling more stressed, overwhelmed, or even guilty after every visit? You know, the ones who seem to drain your energy rather than uplift you. But are there specific relatives you should really be avoiding as you get older, for the sake of your health, happiness, and peace of mind? Well, today we're diving into 6 types of relatives you might want to steer clear of after 60. And trust me, number 5 will completely shock you. Stay tuned to find out which family members might be silently taking a toll on you and how you can protect your well-being. Number 1. The drama queen relative. We all have that one family member, the drama queen. You know, the one who always seems to be at the center of a storm, turning even the smallest things into a crisis, whether it's blowing things out of proportion, creating unnecessary conflict, or constantly stirring up drama. They thrive on chaos. And unfortunately, they often drag you right into it. Why should you avoid this type of relative as you age? For starters, the emotional exhaustion that comes from constantly being involved in drama can take a serious toll on your health. Studies show that stress is a major factor in many age-related health issues, from heart problems to weakened immunity. When you're repeatedly drawn into emotional roller coasters, your body and mind never truly get the chance to recharge. Over time, this can lead to chronic stress-related health problems, high blood pressure, sleep disturbances, fatigue, and emotional burnout. And all of this is completely unnecessary, especially in your later years, when your focus should be on peace and relaxation. So, what's the solution? First, recognize the situation. You don't have to engage every time this relative calls with their latest dramatic tale. Set clear boundaries. Don't allow them to drag you into their chaos. If they're always calling with a problem, let them know that while you're there to listen, you won't be caught in the middle of every emotional storm. In some cases, it may be necessary to limit contact. Your peace of mind and health should always come first. Number 2. The money leech relative. Another relative to be cautious of after 60 is the money leech, the family member who is always asking for financial help, sometimes in unexpected or unreasonable situations. They seem to have a never-ending list of emergencies, and they always turn to you when they're short on cash. The worst part? They often guilt you into lending them money, making you feel heartless if you say no. Why should you avoid this type of relative as you age? For one, constantly lending money to a relative can put significant strain on your finances, especially if you're living on a fixed income. It's easy to feel taken advantage of when you keep giving, only to find that they never change their habits. Over time, this can lead to resentment and frustration, not just with them, but with your entire family dynamic. Worse, if you continually give in, it could damage the relationship permanently, making you feel used and emotionally drained. So what's the solution? The key is to politely refuse, or, if you feel you absolutely must help, offer non-financial support instead. You could say, "I'm sorry, but I'm unable to lend money at the moment. I can't help you financially, but I'm happy to offer advice or help you find resources." This not only protects your finances, but also sets a healthy boundary. You've worked hard for your money. You deserve to use it on things that bring you peace and security. Don't let anyone guilt-trip you into sacrificing your own well-being. Number 3. The always right relative. Another relative to be wary of as you age is the always right relative. This is the person who insists on having all the answers no matter the topic. Whether it's about your health, lifestyle choices, or even your personal decisions, they believe they know better than anyone else. If you try to offer a different perspective, they'll quickly dismiss you, making it clear that their opinion is the only one that matters. Why should you avoid this type of relative after 60? Being around someone who constantly invalidates your thoughts can be incredibly stressful. It can leave you second-guessing your own decisions, which over time can erode your confidence. They might make you feel like your way of doing things is wrong, even though it's based on your own values and experiences. This constant undermining can wear you down emotionally and cause unnecessary stress, especially when you should be enjoying life on your terms. What's the solution? Encourage open discussions, but stay firm in your own beliefs. You don't have to adopt their opinion. Just because they think they're right doesn't mean you have to agree. If they try to control your decisions, remind them, respectfully, that you appreciate their input, but you have your own views. Set clear boundaries. Let them know that it's your life, and you'll make the choices that work best for you. Don't let their need to be right erode your confidence or peace of mind. Number 4. The guilt trip. Relative. Next up, we have the guilt trip relative, the family member who tries to manipulate you into doing things by making you feel guilty. They might say things like, "After all I've done for you, the least you could do is, I'm really disappointed you won't help me. I thought you cared." They know how to push your emotional buttons, making you feel like you're letting them down if you don't give in to their demands. Why should you avoid this type of relative after 60? Emotional manipulation takes a serious toll on your mental health. Constantly feeling guilty or pressured into saying yes to things you don't want to do can lead to resentment. Instead of enjoying your golden years, you find yourself caught in a cycle of people-pleasing. This not only affects your mental well-being, but also puts unnecessary stress on your relationships. So, what's the solution? Stand your ground and practice saying no, kindly but firmly. If they try to guilt you, calmly explain that while you understand their feelings, you're unable to help in the way they want. Remember, setting boundaries isn't selfish, it's necessary. Being kind doesn't mean saying yes to everything. It means communicating with respect while protecting your energy and peace of mind. Stay true to what works for you. So, what's the solution? The key is to stand your ground and practice saying no, kindly but firmly. When this relative tries to guilt you into something, you can calmly and respectfully explain that while you understand their feelings, you're unable to help in the way they want. It's important to remember that you don't owe anyone an explanation for setting boundaries. Being kind doesn't mean saying yes to everything. It means communicating with respect while also protecting your time, energy, and peace of mind. Don't let guilt manipulate you. Stay true to what works for you, and remember, your well-being matters. It's okay to prioritize your own well-being. Number 5. The toxic caretaker. Relative shocking, right? Now here's one that might surprise you, the toxic caretaker relative. This person might act like they have your best interests at heart, offering to help with everything from managing your health to making decisions for you. At first glance, they might seem like the perfect caregiver, someone you can rely on. But here's the twist. They're not just helping you. They're controlling your life, often without you even realizing it. They undermine your independence, making you feel incapable of handling things on your own. Slowly, they start to take over, convincing you that you can't make your own decisions. You end up feeling trapped in their care. Why should you avoid this type of relative, especially after 60? The biggest risk is that they create a dependency trap. They slowly erode your confidence in your own abilities, making it harder for you to maintain control over your life. Instead of being empowered to make decisions about your health, finances, or daily routine, you might find yourself giving up control without even realizing it. Over time, this can lead to a loss of autonomy and self-esteem. You may feel like you have to rely on them, even though you're perfectly capable of taking care of yourself. Not only is this harmful to your independence, but it can also create deep feelings of resentment and helplessness. So, what's the solution? The first step is to take charge of your own health and well-being. It's important to recognize when someone's care is becoming controlling rather than supportive. Don't be afraid to assert your independence. If you're still capable of making decisions, trust yourself. If you need help, consider seeking support outside of the family, such as professional caregivers or medical professionals who can offer unbiased, competent care. You have every right to be in control of your life and decisions, and it's okay to respectfully set boundaries with a toxic caretaker. Your health and happiness are in your hands. Don't let anyone take that away from you. Number 6. The perfect image. Relative. Finally, we come to the perfect image relative. This is the family member who constantly projects an image of having it all together: perfect career, perfect family, perfect life. They never seem to have any flaws, and everything they do is met with admiration. They might post picture-perfect moments on social media, tell grand stories about their flawless achievements, talk about their seemingly perfect routines. While it might look like they have the ideal life, this constant display of perfection can make others feel like they're falling short in comparison. Why should you avoid this type of relative as you age? Their unrealistic expectations can create a lot of unnecessary pressure. The more they emphasize their version of success, the more likely you are to compare yourself to them. And that's a trap. The truth is, no one's life is perfect. But when you're constantly exposed to this image, it can leave you feeling inadequate, questioning your own choices, and doubting your own journey. This can lead to stress, frustration, and even depression, especially in your later years, when your focus should be on enjoying life and living authentically, not measuring up to someone else's standard. So, what's the solution? The key here is to let go of comparing yourself to them and embrace your own unique journey. Everyone's path looks different, and that's okay. What matters most is finding fulfillment on your own terms, not following someone else's blueprint for success. Take a step back and remind yourself that your worth is not tied to perfection. Instead, focus on your own goals, the things that bring you joy, the relationships that nourish you. It's important to embrace your individuality and live life in a way that feels right for you, not anyone else. After all, the true measure of success is living authentically, not fitting into someone else's mold. Conclusion. So, there you have it. The 6 relatives to avoid after 60 for your health and peace of mind. Remember, it's all about setting boundaries, prioritizing your well-being, living life on your own terms. Don't let anyone drain your energy or make you feel less than you are. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, be sure to leave a comment below. Let me know if you agree with the list, or if there's anyone you think should be added. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.